It is officially Deaf Blind Awareness Week, and yesterday was Helen Keller's birthday, so happy birthday to Helen Keller. And I thought I would take a moment to share her story in case you may not know it. Helen Keller was born on June 27th, 1880 in Alabama. She was a normal developing little girl until she was 19 months old. At that point in her life, she got either scarlet fever or meningitis. We're not exactly sure what she had, but this illness ultimately caused her to become completely blind and completely deaf. And at this point in her life, she didn't know how to communicate and was frustrated for many years. And her parents didn't know what to do. Her family didn't know what to do. So they got help with Anne Sullivan, who was her teacher of the deaf blind. And it took a while for Anne to know how to teach Helen, and Helen finally started to understand words. And the first thing that she really understood was water. Anne Sullivan put Helen's hand underneath the water pump and got her some water in her hand and signed the word water into her hand. And Helen immediately knew what that was. And a light bulb came on in Helen's brain, and she started to learn to communicate better using tactile sign language and learning to read lips. She could take her hand and place it on someone's lips to understand and feel the vibration of what they were speaking. And Helen could speak as well, not very well. She couldn't hear what she was saying, but because she became deaf-blind when she was only 19 months old, she knew some words and learned how to speak. She attended Radcliffe College, where she got her bachelor's degree, and she was the first student with deaf-blindness to receive a bachelor's degree at that time and at that college. As an adult, she gave speeches. She also wrote books and was a best-selling author, as well as an advocate for people with disabilities all around the world. She ultimately passed away in June of 1968, but has left such a huge legacy on people with vision and hearing loss all around the world for many centuries, and still continues to make a huge impact on the lives of people with disabilities today. Because of Helen Keller, there is a national school for youth and adults with vision and hearing loss called the Helen Keller National Center. The Helen Keller National Center teaches adults and youth with vision and hearing loss many different skills, such as independent living and career skills, as well as social skills, braille, mobility, things like that. Because of Helen Keller, so many people with deaf blindness can receive the services that they need to receive. And someone like me, because if it weren't for Helen Keller, I wouldn't have gotten the help I needed. I myself have vision and hearing loss, and it has affected me my entire life. And because of Helen Keller, I've had the opportunity to work with the best teachers who know exactly what I needed and how to work with me and help me grow. And if it weren't for Helen Keller, really, I wouldn't be in college either, because my teacher of the deaf-blind means so much to me, and she helped me find my college program that I'm in today to help me grow and to help me become a successful adult. Now, something to note is Helen Keller wasn't the first person with deaf blindness, and nor is she the last person to ever have deaf blindness. Deaf blindness is a spectrum. So there's so many people with deaf blindness all around the world that you may not realize about. Deaf blindness does not equal not successful. We can be successful, and we have been successful for many years. Next time you meet someone with deaf blindness or any other disability, don't assume incapability and don't make judgments on who they are based on what they look like. or their disability, because they may surprise you with how capable we are in living our lives. And something else to note, Helen Keller is very much real. Her disabilities are real, and her successes are real as well.